Please go on, Yuzin.
Yeah, I wanted to say that today I published the second podcast, funded podcast, which is, as we call it, I will put a Spotify link in the chat. It's the fun in funding, as we call it. And the second podcast is with Ermina from Szczecin. I cannot write it nor say it, but it is a place. And we already had one with Rotterdam, and I also recorded one with Tilburg. And in Rome, we're going to record the last two, which is one with Rome and then a group one. So then we have a five episode series on how cities fund their project. So yeah.
And why not more if the community like that? I think it's interesting I think to become more and more communities. Nice to have those sharing. And yeah, I would be happy with using to have your feedback if you have some time during a rainy day like this one to listen this. It's nice also not to feel alone, having some struggles finding money. So yeah, it's a good opportunity to listen to the podcast. And using makes it really well.
Thank you. Shall I say something about Digit as well before you move on? Somebody
Yes,
say
please.
yes. Okay.
Yes, please.
Digit, we are on the way to our third seminar and the hackathon. We're soon going to announce also the dates for the hackathon. The date for the seminar, we still need to see what it's going to be because we have some changes in teams in the project. The Polish team is going to change a little bit. We will update about that soon. But the hackathon is, can somebody say it from the top of their head or should I look it up?
Somewhere around 20 of February, but I can tell you in a second. 22 to 26 of February.
Of February. If you're interested in this, make sure to keep keep in my English is not good, to stay updated on our emails and everything and our socials, because we need people there who are interested in this and who want to do the hackathon. If you want to be there, as soon as we announce the third seminar date, it is very preferable, bordering on mandatory, to be there for the third seminar, because in the third seminar we will do some preparations for the hackathon. So keep our socials and emails in check, because, and in Czech I mean CHECK and not Eva's country. So you can see what we're going to do with that. Yes, Iga?
Is hackathon online or is it somewhere? How does it look?
Shall I answer?
I couldn't hear that, sorry.
No worries. The hackathon will be in Wrocław, in Poland. So for you, Iga, it will be rather easy to join. It will be welcome to anyone from the Use It network. The accommodation and transportation will be covered up to some limit, of course, but yeah, everything will be covered up to 30 participants, if I'm not mistaken. So you can have more than one person from your city coming. Eva wants to say something, I feel it.
Hi.
Hello, Eva.
Hi. So I had internet troubles. The hackathon starts on 23rd, actually. So a little correction, not 22nd. It's the partners meeting before, so 23rd. And
22nd is the arrival day, I think. I thought 22nd was the arrival day and 23rd was the first day of the...
Yeah, but people will see it in the email also. Yeah. So, but yeah, we will communicate about that.
Those are the days to be there, right? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh,
Can you hear
okay.
us?
Yes. And I think it's something like 15 to 20 people. 30 is, I will tell you the exact, was less. And and it's also that you would be sent by Use It Europe. So one second. Yeah, I can find it. I'll tell you later. Some
Mariette
technical
wrote it's
troubles.
15 people.
Okay, cool.
And basically, the idea will be to build your own. You're not sure if yet it's website or app, but build a new tool for either some project that you have, but most preferably for your Use It city if you don't have one yet. And from that, we will then choose 4 candidates to help us design the app / website / tool for the Use It network.
So is it we're talking about the hackathon, right?
Yes.
So is this hackathon only between us, or is there any other school or university involved or whatsoever?
The idea is for the network to help the network to learn a little bit more about how it is to create a tool, an online tool for the map. Could be a website, but it's rather focused for the network, I would say. Only if there is someone that, if we don't have enough candidates, or if someone that really needs to come and there's place, then I guess we could make an exception. But
Yeah, but firstly the network, yeah.
Okay, but it's not like in partnership with any school in was it Wrocław or no?
yeah, it's in Wrocław.
Wrocław. So is
But
there?
we will have teachers, if that's what you mean.
Yeah,
right?
like this kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so we will have experts in the matter that will be guiding you for the whole time of the hackathon, from beginning to end. But they are someone part of the Digit project. It's not someone from university. I think Mariette wanted to say something.
Hey everyone, sorry for being late. I just wanted to add that it was perfect as an explanation that yes, the hackathon is based on for you for Paris to create your own Use It City website. So it will be more interesting that it's a member from your team. But if you know people that may be interested in the project and like Use It Paris, it's like a teammate. So it can also be interesting if you come with 2 people. We need people engaged, involved, and with good links.
Thank you for the precision.
Okay, that's it for me now. Digit wise. So Adrian, did you leave?
No, I didn't leave. I just went to get my phone because my internet started getting weak, and I don't want to stop the recording. Apologies. I'm still here. Thank you for sharing. Do you have any questions related to either Funded or Digit? Okay, I'll take that as a no. And I would then start the topic meeting for today, which is the crowdfunding. And I thought of doing this in a little bit different way as the other topic meetings. So I prepared a few questions, and we have 3 guests. First one is not in any particular order. Pavel from Ostrava, and we have Iga from Olsztyn, and then we have Mariette / Helen, but I think Helen will be doing the talking, from Nantes, and they all have experiences in different kind of years, some long time ago, some more recently, on using crowdfunding on their maps. We were supposed to have 2 more guests, but unfortunately they couldn't make it last minute. So my idea was to ask a question and have each one of you answer it. So then, or we can do one person at a time as well, and then we will just cut it and make it more easier to digest for whoever wants to watch it afterwards, if that's okay with you. Yeah. Okay. So maybe I'll start with Pavel. And I wanted to know, how long ago was it that you used crowdfunding for Use It Ostrava, and if you did it only once or more than once?
Actually, I prepared a small presentation
Okay.
which can answer all your questions, I hope. So
Please go ahead.
let me try to share. Okay, I'm in a, or I can maybe send you a link and you will share it. I don't know what will be the better way, because I'm in a host mode and I cannot share. At least
Maybe I can give you hosts rights.
But when you press when you make him a host, you can't record then.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
sorry.
please send me, for example, on Facebook, and I will try to share.
I will send it to the chat.
Okay. Opening. Also, I forgot to say, as a bonus, we will have Eva, who is not directly involved in crowdfunding, but she will say a little bit about the crowdfunding of Use It Europe for the application, the web app back then. Okay, so let me share. One moment. Share screen. Come on. My computer is okay now. Desktop 2, share. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. So,
okay, so
go on.
Yeah, so welcome, and let me share a little bit my experience with crowdfunding. The first question was when we did it. It was 2013, so it's already 10 years, and I was also surprised that it's such a long time. And it was a little bit hard for me even to remember all those details. So I was a little bit consider myself as a witness of some crime, and I was trying to a little bit remember how things went then. So I started a little bit digging and find something. So the platform we used was called Kreativci Sobie, which is a Czech word and a Czech platform. It's not working anymore. And even in that time, there were like few platforms on the Czech market. And there was a little bit competition between them, and I think this one was a little bit connected with our region, or people were from our region, so that was the reason why we have chosen this one. The goal for reaching the amount of the money was 10,000 crowns, which is around 400 euros. And as you can see, it's we didn't plan fund it like the whole project using the crowdfunding, because we kind of knew that I think it will be impossible. So we wanted to a little bit try it and see if it's really working. And of course, you need to count that the goal is not like the full amount you will receive. There was always some kind of fee for the platform you need to pay. So it was a little bit less than 10,000 crowns. So I found that there were 42 persons which were like our donors, and they made some donation for us. Part of our presentation, we have created a video which was a little bit explaining what is the use it. The team was there, like the team which was making the map. And there is a link, you can have a look. It's like partly in Czech language, partly in English, because there are some people, like English speaking people as well.
Shall I
And
click on it now, or we will watch it later?
You can maybe play like a short part of it, maybe.
Let's see if it opens. Sorry, my internet isn't the best. I hope the sound will work. Can you hear it? Can you hear it as well?
Not
Nope.
really, but I think it's not that much necessary.
So I'll just keep it without sound.
And it was like for our second edition of the map, so we had like at least we were presenting the previous map, and in that time we already have like a draft version of our map. So we little bit presented what will be part of the new map, but mostly it was a little bit explaining again to the people what is the use it, because in that time it was still very unknown, especially in I think in Czech Republic. So I think we can maybe stop the video, because
I'm trying to.
You got a little bit an idea.
Do I switch the tab? One moment. I need to share it again. Here we go.
So the question is, have we been successful? Yes, we have been successful. We reached the goal, but you can switch to another slide. But to a little bit look how successful we were. The first thing is that, as I said, we didn't really count that we will cover the budget. So it was only like 10%, and in the reality, even less of the whole budget for creating the map. We have chosen the strategy of this all or nothing for crowdfunding. So we need to reach really the goal to receive all the fundings. Otherwise, we will not have anything. And it was a little bit stressful, because I think like 2 days before the end, we haven't still met the goal. So I was like thinking, okay, maybe I will put my money into it, so at least we will get something from the donors. But at the end, I didn't need to do that, and we have reached the goal. What we haven't really thought about before, that it's not only taking the money from the donors, but of course there are some costs. So for making the video, there were some costs, and we also had some prizes for the donors, especially T-shirts, and even them they were quite expensive, in a sense that I think we more or less received only like half of the goal we have asked from the donors. So to sum up, if it was worth it financially, not so much. At least we have still the video, which we are using for our website. So at least we got the motivation to get together, film the video, create a little bit explanation what the use it about. So in that terms, it bring us something. In this financial terms, not so much. I will ask you for another slide. So what lesson we a little bit learned from this experience? I will suggest to be really realistic about your like target, your what will be the goal or will be the amount of the money you would like to receive. Don't forget about the costs you will have also with creating this campaign and offering all those prices. Also, don't forget about the fee, which is usually connected with using those platforms. Definitely take enough time for preparation, because it looks quite easy, but once you will start doing all those things, you realize that there is a proper preparation for that. Think about the reward system in a sense, like try to put the rewards which will be not so much costly for you. You also need to invest a lot of time and resources into the campaign. And we also thought a little bit in that time that just releasing this will be enough. But the experience is that you need to be constant, ongoing campaign, still reminding people. But this is something I think people who experience the crowdfunding will find out pretty soon, that at the beginning there is a little bit hype, then it drops, and you need to start building it again and again until the end of this campaign. And of course, what is helping is keeping some updates. So it's not only about preparing all the materials before the campaign, but think about what you will be during the campaign as well. What will be the updates, what will be the story you will be telling during this crowdfunding campaign. So that's it from my side and from my experience. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you very much, Pavel. You answered pretty much all the questions I had. Even I had to add 2 of them because they were great. So thank you very much. I think that was very helpful. Even if it was 10 years ago, I think the experience is worth knowing about. And Lorenzo is drawing something. Does anyone have some questions for Pavel, or shall we move on to Nantes? I cannot see hands, so I guess not. In that case, thank you once again, Pavel, and I'll pass the word to, I think it will be Helen. Right?
Yes, sorry, I didn't prepare any great slides. So.
No problem at all. I have a few questions, which is pretty much what Pavel was talking about. So how long was it? And if you tried more than once, how long ago was it?
So we've done it twice already. Once for the previous edition, and one for that we are just ending now. Like, I think it ended yesterday, so it's quite fresh. So we are using a platform called, starting from the beginning, we decided previously to use the crowdfunding, and we have never done it before for the 4 previous maps, because it was never really needed, and we managed to do it with CT money and finding money from like other sources than crowdfunding, and but this year we started to have some little like problems, like considering how can we can we have a complete budget to launch our map. And finally we decided to go for crowdfunding, but we were not sure it was the like the most efficient way, because it's really needs a lot of work for not like for fewer results. But it's really I think it's really good to build a community around the project, which is also something important when you do something like this. So we did the first one in 2021, I think. And we used a French platform called Hello Asso, which is rather good because contrary to other crowdfunding platform, in regular crowdfunding platform, you have to reach the goal, and if you reach the goal, then you get all the money. And Hello Asso, you can just launch the crowdfunding and get the money at like every time people give money, you can get it on your account. And then if you don't reach the goal, it's not a problem. Then you still have the few money that you asked for, and you can do anything. Like we used usually this as a variable, like if we don't have such, then let's print a little bit less. And so finally we were like using this money to have more maps or less maps, and like ask our printer, let's do some let's ask, we have this amount of money, how many maps can we have with this amount of money? And then it can change whenever. So I would recommend this one if you, I don't know if you can use it in other countries than France. Arnaud is saying no, but if for French people, I would recommend it. Also,
I think it's only in French, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, the website.
Yeah. And I miss what I was going to say. Oh yeah, and also it's good because there is no fee for the NGOs. It's the fee for the people who pay. So it's like when you pay, like when you take part to the crowdfunding, the website is asking you, hey, do you want to help us as well? And so if you say like, I will give €5 to this crowdfunding, then they ask you, do you want to give more to help the website? And then you can pay €6-7, and then €1 or €2 is going to the website. So by default it's €1, I think. So people who take part to the crowdfunding have to pay attention, but they can lower it to 0, like saying, sorry, I don't want to help. So this is good for us, not so good for the people who take part to the crowdfunding. If they don't really like pay attention to this, then they pay a higher amount. But first, it's really good. So yeah, I would highly recommend this one. And yeah, so it ended well because for last edition we had, let me check exactly, we had 33 contributors, which is good, and we had €837. It's but we asked for 2,500, so it's not much, but we put, as we could get all the money anyway, we put a big amount, and then never mind if we don't reach the goal. And yeah, and for the second edition we decided to do the same, and I think it's going to be like this people giving money regularly, like in the PayPal for Usage Europe or so on. It's becoming more something like this than a regular crowdfunding. But yeah, this year we had 20 contributors, but we had more than €600. So it means that less people gave, but they gave more money, which is good for us. Yeah. Did I answer all your questions? Do you want more details? Maybe communication, Marianne can speak because she's more into this, but this was mainly on newsletters and Instagram, and she's doing this for us, so maybe she can speak more about this.
Thank you, Hélène. You introduced perfectly what we did. I don't have a lot to say because you are a graphic designer in that. But as Pavel highlighted, and it's the key figure about crowdfunding. It's well known for Startup Nation project or services. If you have a 60 days campaign, you need to have 60 days of work before and 60 full days making communication and promotion about your campaign during the campaign. This is obviously something we don't do currently in Nantes. We don't have time. We are volunteer. We already have. Theoretically, this is what we should do. But the main thing with this crowdfunding, it was really a great success for us for the first crowdfunding, because as I mentioned in the comments, we launched the crowdfunding really at the last moment in order to print and to diversify and vary our money entrance with town hall partners, and also a new community that we started to build, and this was really a great thing. And so yeah, this one, the idea is also to have the crowdfunding to help us with new money and building a community, but also to show to officials that we have people that help us, so keep on helping us. That is not really the case, but this is something balancing. This is just what I need to add, and follow Use It Not on Instagram, because there will be exciting news in the next weeks.
Thank you, Mariette. I think there was only one thing that you didn't talk about. Did you offer any gifts to the backers?
Yes, we for the first edition we proposed 2 big gifts, like Pavel said. Like, it was too expensive compared to what the amount of money people gave, and a lot of work. We had I think 2 kind of gifts. The first was if you give, I think the lower one, I don't remember the amounts, you were receiving Use It map directly at home when we launch it, plus stickers or something like this. And yeah, and for bigger amounts, you got some screen printed poster, plus 1 map of Nantes, plus 1 map from our like from people from other cities who gave us their map. We sent another copy with it, and some stickers as well. But this thing was a lot, because the posters we printed it with screen printing by ourselves, which was, yes, it's quite high quality and so on, but we had to send them and by mail, and it was like we had to use yes, this one. We had to use special mails, like special, how do you say envelope? French, like things to put inside that would not fold. Yeah, so that it's not fold, but it's A3, and then it's carton, and so it's really heavy. Then post costs are so heavy for people who gave like 20 euros, and it was really not worth. So we managed to have half of them given hand to hand, but it was too much. So for this time, we decided to say, okay, let's give us 10 euros, and then you will receive your map at home. Then it's a little mail to send, or give 100, but it's for bigger structures, or if some places that were recommended in previous maps want to take part, or just like rich persons, but then you don't receive more. Maybe we will put them more like previous maps or so on, but not thing very fancy. It's just, if you like the project, you give the amount that you want.
Thank you, Hélène. Do we have any questions for Nantes? Arnaud, you have any questions?
Yeah, well, it's not really a question, but as I used also Eloaso, I think it's more relevant to back up now this platform. And also, yeah, if some French initiatives really wants to use it, it's really nice because first you got the money you have, even if it's not 100% of your target. So that's nice. And also it's a good example because they give a lot of support when you start. I was looking at what we did because I forgot everything, to be honest. And actually, I found a communication plan they send you to help you posting things with the timing and also the fact to enlarge your circle of audience when you start. You don't have to say the word when you start from €1 to say, we have a crowdfunding campaign, but if they see that it's only 1%, of course, it's not successful. So yeah, there are some initiatives like this where they give a lot of support. So if we can maybe we will have some materials. I don't know if you have girls from Nantes, some elements they send you for helping. And their website is really nice, also quite attractive. So it means that for Bordeaux, if we failed a bit in our campaign, it's not because of the platform, but more about the fact that we forgot the fact that we have to be working during and after the campaigns.
Ilan, just sorry, before I give you the word, I just wanted to say we have 3 more guests. I mean, if we count with Arnaud, Eva, and Ika, and we have 15 minutes left. So I wanted to ask if everyone has to leave at 8 or can we stay a little bit longer?
I preferably leave at 8. Yeah.
Okay. So if that's okay for everyone, before I mean, Ellen first, but
Me
then
too.
let's
I'm
pass
actually
to-
only waiting. Sorry, I'm actually only waiting for me to talk and then I need to leave.
Okay, so Ellen, Eva, Iga, Arnaud.
No, I can give the speak to someone else.
Okay, then Eva will tell us a little bit about what she knows on the application for Use It Eero app. I will post the link in the chat. And Yusin also has to leave at 8. Eva, floor is yours.
I quickly prepared.
It's cool, but you went on mute. I mean, I heard presentation and then mute.
Okay, I took Pavel's template and I prepared a very quick presentation from what I know. Maybe Pavel will also have some things that he would like to add, because we are the dinosaurs and we remember stuff. So maybe if you can open it. And my question to Ellen was, can you also post the link of your campaign? Is it still available? So maybe if it's all in chat, we can later make a list and people can just have a look. It could be a good tool for funding.
I need access. Sorry, Eva.
Can you try now? Okay, so the year of the campaign was similar to when Ostrava did it. So the year 2013 and beginning of 2014. I'm not really sure when it finished and how long it was, but I guess it was around 3 months. And it apparently started before Christmas, I think, for some reason, because it was strategically decided. I'm not sure. And the platform where it ran was Indiegogo. And the target chosen, of course, this was all run by Brussels, by Nicola at the time. So I'm just like telling what I know, a little part what I know. The target was €35,000 to fund the mobile application. There were different stages, what they promised for reaching different stages of the goal. You can read it on the link. And yeah, what was managed, you can see below here. So it's about 1/3 of the goal. And I have no idea how many people donated. I didn't find it, and it's not anymore active. And also you cannot really see the prices that were chosen, but I found in email,
You can.
if you go, you can just see the name of the prize, I think.
You can see it here on the right side. Can you see it? I mean, I'm going
Yes.
fast, but I put the link on the chat so you can have a look at it later. But and the
Oh, okay.
yeah, 214 backers. I will go back to your presentation.
Okay, then I have totally different. Maybe you need to log in.
I didn't log in. I just clicked on the link.
Okay, cool. And don't forget. Okay, then I see different thing, but it doesn't matter. But you have to realize also this was not collected just from persons. It was also collected from the cities. So this was the price of 1,000 euro that you put your logo in the app. And so I think the cities of Dresden, the Belgian cities, also Prague, bought this prize. So just to tell you. And yeah, there were definitely costs for the videos. I think they were not very low. And there was, of course, time of Nicola. He was paid staff of Use It Europe at that point, so it was definitely his time that he invested in the whole thing with updates and looking for gifts. For example, some of the gifts were from illustrators of different Use It maps around Europe to change your profile picture. And I think Pavel is still using one. And if you go to the link and you go to the updates, you can see all, maybe you can share that one. Adrian, if you
Which
go
one?
back to the campaign and you go to updates, you can see it's quite fun, I think, to look at. If you open all the updates, you need to go lower and open again and open. Scroll down.
To the bottom?
Scroll down. See.
Yeah, froze for a second. Sorry. Okay, my browser froze, so you can continue your.
And there is also, if you open it yourself, you can also see that we did as a community a little bit of boost or like another putting more blood in the campaign by taking pictures of ourselves eating pizza, because one of the prizes was to have a Skype call and you can buy your own pizza and have pizza together with anyone from the network. And so, I mean, managing people to actually do this was also, yeah, this is it. This is the one. You can see Pavel at the right bottom. Anyway, so and what I remember from what Nicola was saying after the campaign, it was mostly the FFF, Friends, Family, and Fools who actually found the campaign. So it was a lot of team members actually founded the thing themselves, or their family members, or their friends. So it was not like we would really reach the much of a traveler's audience with this campaign, sadly, right? So, and there is a list of gifts. I mean, or I can erase this if we later share the presentation, because you could see it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all from what I know. It was really time consuming, 1/3 successful, and also cities joined, which was quite, I think it was quite a hassle, because of course cities cannot really donate through donation platforms like this. it's more easy if you just invoice them for the logo or something like this. So I'm not sure if this is the right, if I would choose this as a right channel to collect also money from donors, but apparently at some point this was possible for this campaign. So yeah, even if you have questions, I'm not sure if I'll be able to answer them, but you can try.
Thanks, Eva. Well, I would love to go this further, but you have to leave, and also Iga has to leave, and Yuzin. So I would switch quickly to Iga to talk a little bit about her experience in Austin. And at the end, if people are still here interested, we could have a few questions. So Iga, floor is yours. And
Yeah,
thank you,
I'll be
Eva.
quick. Thank you. So we did, can you hear me well? It's fine? Yeah? Okay. So we did crowdfunding this year, and the idea was that when we got the grant from the local authorities, it was a little bit smaller than we applied for, and then we decided to collect the money to maybe print additional copies of the map, since we had to lower down the amount of copies because of the smaller grant. So the grant we planned with the smaller grant, we planned to print 5,000 copies, and we're just thinking, okay, whatever we collect, we'll pass to print a little bit more to have the maps. And we aimed to collect around 900 euros, and we collected 300 euros. So 1/3 again. And we didn't really do much with this crowdfunding site and campaign and so on. I didn't have time for thinking of this. And we sometimes posted something. We mostly based our description of the crowdfunding goal with our previous maps, pictures, with some description of NGO's experience to build the trust that we've done some things before. So we didn't do any video or campaign. We sometimes posted about this, but not very much. And I was kind of disappointed that we didn't maybe took more advantage of this crowdfunding site that we set. But still, we collected 1/3 of what we wanted. I wasn't hoping for that much still, because I knew that we kind of messed up the communication and messed up the thing that we could do well. But 1/3 was kind of okay, and it actually helped us to cover the entire printing cost, because the printing cost raised apparently, and we didn't collect this money actually to reprint some more, but actually to cover the exact amount of 5,000 copies that we planned. So actually this money kind of saved us from the pocket money. It happened to be, backup money that saved our ass to print the maps. And about the gifts, right, like 2 weeks before the end of the campaign, I was like, okay, let's maybe put some gifts there. And we only had one gift, that if someone donate 50 euros, they would get, or 25 euros, they would get the package of different used maps from us. But no one paid that much. So we didn't have to give any gifts to anyone. So yeah, that's our story. Not very successful, but still helped us to survive this year. Yeah, that's for me. Any questions? Because maybe I didn't answer something.
No, I think that's pretty much. I mean, I don't know if you mentioned which platform you used, if local one or international.
Yeah, it was local one. It was Zrzutka. I think it's the biggest one that Polish people use, and it doesn't have any fees on the NGO, I guess. And there's also this question to the donor, if you want to give some more zloty or euros to support the platform. So pretty much same as the platform that Ellen was talking about. Yeah.
All right. Before, I mean, I would leave maybe the questions to the end since we are running a little bit out of time, and I know Arnaud would like to share his experience, and I think it's an important one because it's one that maybe didn't really work as planned. So far we only had success stories, so it would be nice to hear something from the other side. Arnaud?
Okay. I don't really know if I will be 100% ambassador of failure in this one, because we collected.
There's no failures. There's just experiences and how do you call it? You'll learn with doing. So go on. Sorry.
Thanks. After 7 years, I feel better now. No, but I mean, we could collect actually almost 500 euros. So from this point of view, it's not that bad, but yeah, it's only 22% of the targets we had. So, and I said, yeah, so it was convenient for the budget of Use It Bordeaux. I shared with you the link also. It's quite vintage. So, but yeah, I think two main problems in our campaign. The first one was what we introduced as a goal. I think the presentation on the page is not that bad. Maybe some things to upgrade, but yeah, or we said that we did this campaign to pay extra prints of maps. That is not really exciting. Imagine that we say, okay, if you build your map and then you will the result of the campaign, thanks to the others, is the map, the new map. It's super cool. But you say, okay, we already have a map, but the thing, thanks to you, we will have more printed. I think it's not that exciting, actually. So maybe that was the first mistake. And the thing is, I think we worked a lot, or actually, I didn't work directly on this. It was like, let's say, another team that worked on it. They give a lot at the beginning, so to push, to create this page, to imagine some goodies and stuff. So the preparation, the starting was nice, but the thing is, yeah, after that, to make the campaign exist, to update people about this, quickly checked, I think we sent only 2 mails during the whole campaign. Definitely not enough, maybe 2 posts on Facebook. So from this moment on, I remember that, of course, the core, I mean, family, friends helps a lot at the beginning, giving some money. So I would say that among the 22%, maybe we had half of it from family and friends, and not so much from the rest. So some from people of Bordeaux. So okay, we have the money thanks to Eloasso, but yeah, I think we imagined that it was nice. We pushed the button to launch a campaign, and that was all. And yeah, we forgot first, yeah, to keep going and to be consistent during the length of the campaign. We extended the campaign to hope having more money, but I think it gave not so much. And at the end, yeah, we underestimated the amount of work related to the goodies. I think we gave them 1 month late. That was cool. And so yeah, that was it. I think thanks to Eloasso, we got 22%, but thanks to us, maybe we was yeah. And just to say that, to conclude, that Eloasso only lives with donation, it's quite remarkable as a business model. But yeah, that's all.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Arnaud.
I will, sorry,
Go on.
I'm just thinking, if someone has the power to, or just the skill, to translate this PDF document. It's the communication plan from Eloi. So I found about the the crowdfunding campaign. Maybe if you want to check or to translate this to share to the community, that would be great.
That's why we have DeepL or Google Translate. Thanks. All right, we made it right on time. I'm not sure, Helen.
Yeah, maybe I can just add what I wanted. Oh no, it's time.
Yes.
Just what
Yes, of course.
it's really quick, but it's a little advice because we had a little problem that I just remembered that we registered on the websites, and maybe it's where it will be the same with other websites or as Use It Not, but our NGO is called Salut Monde, and so it was a problem when getting the money because it was not the same name from the bank account and on the website. So for like administrative things, there was a little problem. But it solved easily because we were explaining that Salut Monde was like carrying the project, but still it was administration to do, and it's really not worth. Like it can be avoided easily. So remember to register as your local NGO and not as Use It blah blah blah.
Sorry, I'm just making sure I am saving all. Thank you very much, Hélène, for sharing. If you have still a few minutes, or I mean, if you have some questions, now would be the time to do so. Or anything else you would like to share? All right. It seems that no one has questions. In that case, thank you very much for taking the time to join us, especially to the guests that presented about their cities. See you, and hope to see you in the next topic meeting in a month's time.
Thank you all, and see you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
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 In
Good night,
Rome
everyone.
soon.
See you in Rome.
Sorry, Lorenzo. See you
Yeah,
in Rome. Yeah.
willing to know anyone if anyone was joining. So I guess most of us are.
Yeah, most of it. Mariette is not, but I am.
Yuzine, Lorenzo, Eva, me. Iga cannot come. She was supposed to, but she cannot.
I think Arno is coming.
Yep. I have to go. Sorry.
Yeah,
Ciao,
no
ciao.
worries. Take care.
Thank you for-
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Likewise. Bye.
Ciao.
I'll just stay here to save the links.
All right.